a little bit philosophical, but how much is this also about like this journey and product discovery, etc.? How much is this also about reconnecting with your inner child and also not taking yourself too serious? I think it's clear that you never really lost your inner child, how you talked about building products, but during the Foursquare time, I can imagine that you're like still a bit more the business guy in the day to day, and now it's more like also getting back to this digital experience part that could be for you, but also for kids. How much is it about reconnecting with the inner child?
I have to like that question. I think one of the things I'm most proud of is that like I don't think I've ever got a real job in my life. Like I feel like I don't really have a career. I just work on random stuff. And sometimes I feel a little self-conscious about that. Like maybe I should have like a real job. Or sometimes I feel really proud of it. Like what do I get to do? It's kind of like hang out, work on stuff that I like working on. Um, so like, I don't know, our whole family, my brother, my sister, my mom and dad, it's just like super playful family, lots of fun and games all the time. Everything's kind of a joke. And, I think I've tried to take that vibe and kind of build it into a lot of the stuff that we've, created over time. I don't think I've ever made a product that had felt serious. Everything has its own voice. Everything's a little bit whimsical. Everything's designed to be like fun and snarky. Um, and yeah, it's just kind of what, like, I know, I think entrepreneurs put their own personality, their own stamp of their personality onto the products that they create. And, I think I'm doing that again with the stuff that I work on and kind of the vibe and voice and kind of energy that it has. But like, I'm thankful that I've never had to like grow up in a sense. I feel like, I'm, look at myself on the camera feed here, and I feel like I'm the same kid that I was in high school with like, I always need a haircut. I'm always wearing a hat. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I'll just figure it out. And like, I'm just still kind of doing that same thing.
I so much love that, especially hearing it from somebody who like was working on the same thing for 10 plus years. I know your role changed a little bit in the Foursquare ecosystem, etc. But it feels so funny to hear somebody saying, "Hey, I never had the feeling that I have a career or the seriousness of a constant job, even when officially a CEO of a company." Sounds like
Yeah,
a
but
job to
I mean,
me,
this
but
is this is me talking in hindsight, right? Like when
sure.
I was working on Dodgeball, right, and all my other friends had jobs in like finance or media, like real jobs, right, with salary and health insurance and benefits. I'm like, man, what am I doing? Like, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I on the wrong path? And like I can look back now and be like, hey, all those things brought me to where I am today, and I feel good about that. There's a there are moments. There's been tons of moments where I'm like, I got to get out of this. I'm on the wrong path. I'm wasting. Like I shouldn't be working on this, right? Like you get in your head. You gotta like it's that. That's probably the hardest part of the whole thing. Is you maybe you have something that's pulling you in a direction. Like I just want to work on these weird projects. I feel like this is the thing I have to do, and staying on the path and not getting off the path and having some trust that will all work out, right? Like and I don't. I mean, that's worked for me, but I also think I just have gotten lucky. I don't think there's anything special about me. I think I've just like, been fortunate to have good experiences and, privileged upbringing and, I've just been in the right place at the right time. I feel like I just get lucky a lot of times, right? And that's enabled me to stay on the path.